Hey there, thanks for tuning into Duckbricks. I'm Chris, and well, if you've been following this channel for any amount of time, you might know that I have a massive LEGO collection. Oftentimes, almost every single video, I get a comment of people asking me, how on earth do I afford to collect all of the LEGO that I own? And while some of this is due to very supportive friends and family and some small side businesses and startups, the vast majority of the large chunks of my collection and loose parts come from extremely generous people who have gifted me the collections that they've grown out of. And this is one such an occasion. So a few weeks ago I get a message, and it's the kind of message that every LEGO fan loves to hear. And essentially it was along the lines of, my kids have outgrown their LEGO, we have nowhere to put all of this LEGO, do you want it? I saw you have a LEGO YouTube channel, so you probably still like LEGO. And so I immediately jumped on that. I said, yes, I absolutely still collect LEGO. I would love to have this. And thanks to their generosity, I just received tons of boxes of LEGO for free. So right now, I'm so hyped to open these up, kind of check out what is inside here. They mentioned that a lot of this is built up of Ninjago and Star Wars sets. So I'm very curious as to see what era of sets these are. I believe that the kid who outgrew them is around my age, so I'm guessing probably around 2011 to maybe 2014-15. I'll have to see, but right behind me right now you can check out most of the boxes. In fact, this is not everything. There's one even larger box that got delayed, but I'm gonna open the ones right here first, and after I finish opening all those, hopefully the larger one will have come by then. So I can't wait to dig in. You can see there's also a massive box full of instructions, but I'm actually not going to spoil myself. I'm going to open that one up last, and I'm going to try and see what I can figure out and piece together just from the massive boxes of loose LEGO. Well, without further ado, let's go and check out this massive unboxing, completely blind. I have no idea what sets are included other than the vague description of mostly Ninjago and Star Wars, so I'm mega hyped. Let's go and check it out. Alright, so we got here the first shipment. There's still one box missing, but hopefully by the time I'm done sorting through all of this, the final box will come, and I'll just put it on at the end of this video. Got my sorting trays all laid out and ready, and that big box right there is just full of instruction manuals, so I'm not going to spoil the surprise. I'm going to set this one aside, and then I'm going to try to piece together what's in here by myself, and then I'll open up the instruction manuals to really see what everything is. So, put that aside for now. Let's just start off with this box, labeled as 22 pounds of LEGO. So, it's completely blind opening. I have no idea what kinds of sets are in here. Alright, well, let's just dump this guy out. Oh, man. Okay, so immediately I'm seeing a ton of stuff from the 2008 to 2012-ish era here. We've got the Pirates Island baseplate from the more modern run of Pirates here. We've got the, the Jabba the Hut figure, which means there's either a sail barge or his palace in here, which is very interesting. Now this is part of the Ultrasonic Raider from Ninjago, which we just went in-depth into detail on for another video on my channel. We've got some Hero Factory 2.0 parts here spliced together with some 1.0 parts as well. So seems like there will be some construction in here after all. I wasn't sure if there was going to be. Asajj Ventress minifigure. And let's see, if we bring the camera in closer so we can take a closer look at what's over here. We've got even some Bionicle G1 parts like the claws here from the Glatorian era, as well as just a ton of just random Hero Factory CCBS stuff. Oh, this part looks like it's close to cracking, so I'll set that aside so it doesn't break. Tauntaun from Star Wars, very nice. All right, oh boy, okay, so any Star Wars fans may recognize this as the leg to the 501st ATST, so there might actually be some 501st troopers in here, which will be very, very exciting. We've got some Mandalorians over here. I can see the Desert Stormtrooper outfit right here. So that's another set from around the 2012 era. Let's continue to piece this together. The Lord of the Rings set with the spiders is over here. And I just saw a Cantina band member as well. So we've got one of the modal nodes and an Alien Conquest helmet. So really a ton of stuff from all sorts of eras of LEGO. Let's see, can I recognize this as... Oh, I know what this is. It's probably one of... It might be the Darth Vader transformation shuttle ship or Palpatine shuttle set. I think I recognize it. I could be wrong on that, so I'll have to set this aside and check. Now, oh... Okay, so this is from the Old Republic. It is the Jedi Defender class cruiser, and the minifigures in this are incredibly rare. I'm so lucky to be able to get another copy of this. It's actually one of my favorite Star Wars builds, so man, I really hope the minifigures are in here. I mean, there's no reason as to why they wouldn't be, so man, that's such a find. Okay. Oh, all right, so we've got the cave troll from Lord of the Rings, missing one arm, but hopefully the rest of it is in here somewhere. This is, okay, so the Jabba is from Jabba's sail barge. That's actually a shame. I just recently bought this set secondhand because I didn't get it when it came out. If I'd known I was getting it here, then I wouldn't have, but still nice to get multiple. Now this, of course, is Zane's rebooted hover, I believe it was the Hover Hunter, the Ninja Copter this was. So Zane's Ninja Copter should come with Zane and Pixel. Actually, I'm really hoping that it comes with a spare Pixel hairpiece because it only did come in that one set. Now over here, oh man, okay, we have the gate to the Rancor pit, which means that a Rancor might actually be in here, a second Rancor. Now let's see, what else have we got? Okay, so some miscellaneous minifigures, Lego Lost minifigure here. Actually, I should start setting aside the minifigures and minifigure pieces so I don't really get them too cluttered and jumbled here. Set aside the animals and Jabba there as well. Miscellaneous minifigures. Now this build is part of the Jedi Starfighter. It featured Anakin and Obi-Wan's duel on Mustafar. You can see this is the robot there that they dueled on top of, with a very special Sith face Anakin. That's a very rare figure nowadays, so that one probably is in here. We've got a Rebel Trooper as well. Let's see, what else have we got? Oh man, I needed this for a mock and I just ordered it. It's a dark blue jaw, which means there's actually some Vikings sets that could be in here. Now that's pretty interesting because Vikings is from 2006. I'm not really seeing that many older stuff in here, but this is pretty interesting to see. So hopefully the rest of the set is here. And we've got some more Bionicle stuff. Definitely a Kina amidst the mix here. Here's the speeder from the Bounty Hunter Mandalorian pack here. Oh boy, okay, and we have the pauldrons for either the ARC Trooper or the Palpatine figure from the Venator shuttle, so both of those are very good finds. Let's see, we've got a Ziploc full of stuff. I'm not sure why this has been set aside, but I can immediately see some very, very interesting things in here. So let's just open this guy up. All right, another Jabba figure. So they might actually have the palace as part of this lot too, because we've got now two Jabbas. Let's see, we've got the Hulk from 2012, the Avengers wave, and we have a ton of the Blind Bags collectible minifigures as well. So let's see, we've got some blind bag figures here. Oh, okay. Okay, so blind bag figures, we do actually have, at a bare minimum, two 500 First Troopers, because you can see the helmet for one, here's the other one, as well as a 500 First Pilot right here. Oh, here it is. So actually, this helmet is on wrong. There's two 501st Troopers, and then the pilot should go like this. So we've got three members of the 501st. That also means that Pong Krell is probably in here as well. And let's take a look at some of the other stuff. We've got Zane from Rebooted. Let's see, let's bring it in a little bit closer so we can see the minifigures that we're looking at right here. A ton of really interesting stuff. So this is the Mummy from Monster Fighters. Another Mandalorian kind of Death Watch Trooper here. The 2012 Zane. We've got Bilbo Baggins from the Lord of the Rings sets, and also we do have the Bane figure as well from Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Man, I just actually purchased this one, but it turns out it is here. I can't remember if this was the one from the DVD Blu-ray exclusive or was the one that actually came in the set, but regardless, it's probably somewhere in here. We've got the classic Pythor minifigure that first appeared in the Ultrasonic Raider. Luke, which appears to be from the Rancor pit, which lends credence to the fact that it might actually be here, as well as a Gamorrean guard, which actually I'm pretty sure it is going to be here. Some of the cooler head-sculpted aliens from Galaxy Squad alongside one of their egg pods. Let's see, one of the... this dinosaur is from the original Dino line from 2010. It was when they first introduced dinosaurs in this mold, although it's very commonly used in the Jurassic World type stuff nowadays, so this is very nice to get. I always love getting new animals and whatnot. And let's see, yep, there's the Bard the Bowman there, the Greedo from a Cantina, and we even have some Kashyyyk Troopers here, so they definitely had that Kashyyyk Trooper battle pack. Oh, and there's another minifigure from Jabba's Sail Barge, so that's really great to see. a ton of other Star Wars stuff. Qui-Gon Jinn. Is this the Qui-Gon Jinn from the 2014 MTT? Because I still don't own that set. It would be really nice to be able to piece it together from these parts, because I was actually considering buying that, because I don't own that one. And we've got Galaxy Squad, one of the ones from Guardians of the Galaxy, the Star Blaster ship. And we also have an Iron Man figure from Spider-Man. I believe this is the Homecoming version. So there are sets as recent as 2017 in here, which is pretty interesting. We've got a Special Forces clone trooper right here. Let's see, a ton of actually, yeah, a lot of clones that can be found in this bucket in particular. All of these are just different clone figures. Let's just try to get all the helmets together. We've got the Shakespeare figure from the Lego Movie collectible series. Oh, and they also have one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the T-Rocket Sky Strike, which was a set that I never owned personally, but I guess I do now. Parts of Grievous. Ah, this is a classic Ninjago snake. I believe it was Fangdom was his name. And we've got some more Galaxy Squad aliens. I'm just going to put their weapons on so I don't lose them right here. I love these designs for the Galaxy Squad aliens. And just, yeah, all sorts of other stuff. So Clone Wars Count Dooku, Han Solo, a Krang figure, Darth Vader, one of the rarer Hobbit minifigures. I believe it was actually from the... Oh my goodness, is this from the Smog set? Is there going to be a Smog Dragon somewhere in these boxes? I sure hope so. That would be very exciting to get another one of. I'd love to use those wing pieces for mocking, especially because it's kind of prohibitively expensive to buy that set nowadays. But let's just set aside all these other miscellaneous characters. There's Grievous's head. I see Quinlan Voss's head, which means a clone turbo tank is in here somewhere. R2-D2, Agents, Santa figure. All right, so it looks like, yeah, just a ton of minifigure stuff right there. Let's just set aside all of these minifigure parts, and yep, here's an Old Republic Sith Trooper, so definitely some Old Republic stuff somewhere in this package here. I can see this catapult, I believe, was from one of the Ewok sets. This might actually be the shield base, so that should come with a lot of interesting stuff. I do own the set already, but it is nice to get another one. Let's set that aside. Now here, this is a piece of one of the Jedi Starfighters. I believe this was Sassy Tin's Jedi Starfighter, so I should be finding another minifigure of him in here somewhere. But then, all right, let's just move along here. Another piece to Zane's Ninja Copter. This is the Night Sister Speeder, so it definitely should come with a Savaggio press figure as well. So let's see, what else have we gotten here? Another Cantina Band member, as you can see. And another collectible minifigure as well. So seems like there are collectible minifigs, a piece of Sebulba's Pod Racer, so looking forward to seeing that. One of the Galaxy Squad poly bags is here, so that's kind of interesting. I'm going to just put the minifigure aside. And let's see, a little bit of non-Lego stuff in here scattered throughout, but that's fine. I can sort through those later. In fact, I should start making a non-Lego pile so I can set aside anything that I recognize as non-Lego, like this bits and pieces of Mega Blocks and whatnot right here. So just want to set that aside, keep that separate. Now, oh yes, okay, so there's definitely going to be a Jango Fett figure in here because this is from the Corporate Alliance Tank Droid, which Jango Fett, the newer version of him, actually came in. So very excited to see that in here. Another minifig. Yep, another piece of the Corporate Alliance Tank Droid. We have a Camel from the Prince of Persia sets. Always good to get more animals. And this could be from the MTT I don't own yet, so really hoping it's from there. And then we have Aqua Raiders, so some Aqua Raiders stuff with that shark head here. Corporate Alliance Tank Droid, I can see a leg of this. Let's see, what else have we got here? It's a G1 Bionicle set piece. Not enough information to tell by just this beam, but could it be Vezon? I don't know. Ultrasonic Raider wheel. We've got the tail to the Fangpire truck, which is backed up by the fact that we did actually get that Serpentine minifigure somewhere in there earlier. I set aside that Fangdom Serpentine. Oh, there he is. So definitely has that truck there. Let's see, what else do we have? Space Police stuff. Oh man, always good to get that. More stuff from the Ultrasonic Raider. And yeah, here's most of the Corporate Alliance Tank Droid. I could probably just rebuild this and add it to my army. So that's really cool. Let's see, Ultrasonic Raider stuff. This looks like it's from Jabba's Palace, I will say that. So it might actually be in here. Oh, well, this is Another thing that is in one of the other boxes. So I was right, that goblin actually came from one of the original 2001 Harry Potter sets. This is one of the rarest Harry Potter sets that has ever been made. A lot of the rare Harry Potter sets are super hard to come by. When I saw that goblin figure, I was like, maybe this set is in there. And it is, so I definitely intend to rebuild this. I can't wait to put this one together. I've been really excited about adding more of these to my collection. Here is the Burrow set, which I mentioned previously that I was suspecting was included in this lot. There's a Star Destroyer in here? I did not realize that. Wow, okay. I want to definitely rebuild this and add to my fleet. Oh, I really want to rebuild this. Okay, awesome. I did not realize there was a Star Destroyer there. Here's that Smaug set right there. There's the instruction manual, including that massive dragon right there. So, there it is. This is the full Kingdom's castle. Do I own this? I might own this. I'm not sure if I own this one, actually. I might not actually own this Kingdom's castle. I'll have to check. If not, then I'll definitely be rebuilding that. There's that saucy tinged Jedi Starfighter that I found at the very beginning of the video. And the 501st set as well, that I also found near the beginning. The Milano spaceship. Yep, so there is an entire Milano Guardians of the Galaxy spaceship inside this collection. So quite excited to do that. Really? Okay, so I did not see this set. I did not see any trace of this set whatsoever. One of the classic LEGO Batman sets, including the original Mr. Freeze minifigure. Hoping this is in the other box, because these are quite rare minifigures, and it's a pretty nice set as well. And here's that Darth Malgus' Starfighter that I was very excited to find the minifigure for. Here's one of the first instructions for the Deadpool Helicopter Set. Apparently there's two of them, so, well, I guess I'll see if I can find the other one. Huh, I also did not recognize that there was a droid bomber set right here, a droid gunship, but I guess that one's kind of hard to piece together because, of course, the minifigures were pretty generic, so there wasn't really anything that tied it out specifically, but I'll definitely be adding this to my army to hang from the ceiling. There's that Rancor in his Rancor pit as well. And Jabba's sail barge. And there's the Hulk Helicarrier Breakout set from Avengers, from the original 2012 wave of Avengers. I found that Hulk there. I actually no longer own this set. I traded it in for some Bionicle sets, so I'm very lucky to be able to rebuild this one and have in my collection. And here's the second Deadpool instruction manual. Oh, too bad. Okay, well, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like this final tip of the tailpiece was included here. Hopefully it's in the missing box, though. I hope I can find that missing piece of the tail, because the tailpiece for Smaug was actually a really long piece that was unique to Smaug himself. It's a kind of a signature of this set, so hopefully I can find it maybe amidst the other pieces, or hopefully in one of the other boxes. Alright, so here we have all of the instruction manuals. Obviously the biggest pile is for LEGO Star Wars, but there's a ton of really unique and interesting stuff here, especially with that Smaug dragon here, which I'm very happy to get another one of. And I think that, honestly, looking at this, it's just so much stuff. I am very grateful for all of the LEGO that came here, and I'm really excited to see what comes in that final box, and because I can clearly see that not all of these instruction manuals actually correspond to a set. I found a ton more sets than instruction manuals in here. For example, there's a ton of Hero Factory stuff that I found that aren't even in any of these instruction manuals. So who knows what other sets might be coming along the way, and I can't wait to open the last box. But this has been a crazy ride so far with some very insane treasures. Alright, so here we have the final box, just arrived. I was a little bit worried if it got lost, but it did finally get here, and I can definitely see why it was delayed, because this box is the heaviest box of all. Now you can see I've set aside all of the minifigure and animals that I could find in this one bin. So I'm going to keep that off to the side and continue to use it as I unbox this, well, box. Okay, so it says right here on the front cover, this is 34 pounds worth of Lego. That is the heaviest box so far, and I'm so excited to see what's in here. We've got a leg to the Triceratops. Oh, well, that's why I couldn't find it earlier. As I mentioned before when I was looking at the instructions, I did not see any trace of this set. And well, that's because it appears that most of the set is actually pretty complete right here. So I'll definitely be adding this hanging to the ceiling. I do own this set already, but it's always good to have another one to enhance my army. Now, this cape here is pretty exciting because this is a special one. It only came in the Zurg figure from the early Toy Story line of sets, so this one is pretty rare to get, especially the dual color and cut in a very unique way. And I'm going to definitely be trying to find the rest of the Zurg figures so I can put this one back together. This right here is from the Pharaoh's Quest Serpent set, further confirmation that it exists in here. And here's one of the arms to the T-Rex as well, so he is slowly coming together. I just need that one last arm. One of the wings to Darth Maul's Old Republic ship. Oh wow, and we have an almost complete vehicle that was the Scythe of Quakes from the Season 1 Rise of the Snake stuff from Ninjago, so it was Cole's vehicle. I'm pretty surprised at how well this actually stayed intact. We've got some more special stickered parts like this Birdie Bot's Beans piece from the Lego Harry Potter Hogwarts Express, and we also have the little screen of a man playing Galaga from the original Avengers movie that Tony Stark pointed out. And we did it! The final T-Rex arm is in place, which means this is now 100% complete. This is the hairpiece to Shock T, the minifigure that I really needed. Unfortunately, it's really beat up, probably due to being in with a bunch of pieces, so honestly, I'm probably going to have to bricklink just the hairpiece because this one is a little bit too worse for wear, but it is still nice to know that the rest of the minifigures in here, and honestly, if worse comes to worse, I can probably just fix this one up by some Sharpie bits around the edges. And we even have the invisibility cloak from Harry Potter as well, a very special and unique fabric piece. I can see some more engines, including this pretty intact engine piece from the Jedi Defender class cruiser. Alright, so now the massive bin of Lego is completely poured out. Let's see if I can find anything else interesting in here before moving forwards to the wrap-up part of this video, where I show off everything after it's been washed and sorted. Here's the original printed Gringotts piece from one of the original Harry Potter sets. I recently found the instruction manual to this set, so it's very nice to see this very special piece that was included in only that set. We have the front piece to the 501st ATRT. Alright, and most of the engine block to the Z95 Headhunter is here as well, which means that I should be able to find the Pong Krell figure if I look hard enough. Alright, so here we have all of the collection right here. This is absolutely massive. I have no idea where I'm going to put all of this, but I can't wait to start rebuilding them. There are definitely a few things in here, actually quite a few things, that I want to fully rebuild, either to add to my ceiling displays or just to add as army builders in general. And of course, who can forget all of the amazing minifigures and dinosaurs that were included in this lot. But I think now's a good time to clean up now that I have taken in this entire collection. I am going to, well, somehow figure out how to wash all of these pretty thoroughly, and after doing so I can sort through them with even finer detail. But now let's move on, I'll clean things up, and we can take a look in depth at the minifigures after I've thoroughly washed everything. Okay, so it took a few days of washing, but all the minifigures have been hand washed and cleaned, and I'm ready to go through all of them. You can see from just these photos and videos alone, there was a lot more minifigures than I imagined, and it is a monumental task of figuring out exactly which heads and torsos go where, although I'm trying to figure it out as I go. Once I sort through every single thing, I'll be right back with a showcase of all the minifigures that I could at least piece together by looking at them. Alright, so I've sorted what I can out of most of these special things I could pick out of the minifigure pieces that I set aside from this collection. Obviously there's still a ton there, but I've set aside most of the more interesting stuff. And you can see over here I've grouped together all of the larger animals that I found, plus all of the minifigures that I was able to more or less put together relatively complete. Starting off with the animals here, what's very nice is obviously I was showing off the T-Rex in the video, but it's good to see many of these other animals be completely formed, like the complete pterodactyl. I was shocked I was able to find that lower jaw from just a cursory look, but I got very lucky it just appeared. And the same for the Rancor, because I'm currently only missing one finger, which I'm sure is in there because the rest of them are. Moving on, we actually have two different versions of Jabba the Hut. This one was from the, or at least one of them was from the palace, and one of them was from the sail barge. Obviously, what's very interesting to me is that I never noticed this before, but the printing on one is significantly lighter than the printing on the other. Bricklink lists them as the same exact figure, so maybe this is just a production detail thing. I never actually put my multiple Jabba the Hutts side by side, so I didn't actually realize that the printing was different between them, if that was even intentional, or it's just kind of a production difference there. But still pretty interesting to see. It's a lot more obvious in person, but even on the camera here, you can tell that these two colors are not quite the same. Moving over here, I found all of the pieces to the Raptor here, as well as most of the Hulk, although he is still missing a green hand, which thankfully is the least rare part about him. Of course, I was actually able to find all 4 legs to the Triceratops, making this 100% complete, and one that I'm definitely keeping for my own collection for sure, because I love Lego dinosaurs, and I really love this dinosaur in particular in Lego, so it's really great to have a duplicate one without breaking the bank to get one. Alongside him, I have a dewback to add on to my Mos Eisley Cantina Tatooine scenery, which I currently have mounted on the wall as mentioned. And even the cave troll came together 100% completely intact, with both hands and both arms that are fully working. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same for Groot here. This is the most I could find of him. Really, the only thing that I need is this other stickered panel here, but I'm sure it's going to turn up. I didn't do a deep search at all, so I'm not too worried about that. Surprisingly, there were a ton of skeleton horses, and I'm even using 2 of them to hold up the Fox figure, the Phoenix one from the original 2002 Chamber of Secrets. Unfortunately, though, I wasn't able to find the Basilisk, but hopefully it may turn up as I continue searching. I've got the 2 differently colored smaller dinosaurs up here in the front, and of course, who can forget the amazing Smaug Dragon figure. Absolutely love this figure. Just missing the tip of the tail though, but it's not a big deal because I'll probably be repurposing those wings for mocks anyway. But setting aside all of these large animals, we can start to take a look at the minifigures here. Now I've grouped together most of this platform here as mostly licensed. So of course you start off with Star Wars, which is the vast majority of this minifigure collection. I don't really have them displayed in any particular order, just kind of interesting stuff that I threw up at the front. Obviously, the most rare minifigures here are the 501st Troopers, the 501st Pilot, and the Special Jedi with a unique head sculpt from the ATTE. Some other Jedi with unique head sculpts include this one. I believe this is Adigalia in the back here with the unique hairpiece, and it's actually in pretty good condition as well. Even alongside here, you got some very rare Ewoks, like this one that was exclusive to the UCS Ewok Village, the special Bib Fortuna from Jabba's Palace, and of course, how can I forget the awesome Darth Amalgos figure that I was looking for, finally found in the second to last box there. So he is complete with the armor and the cape, so really good condition on this one as well. I was very surprised to get that. And even alongside him, you can see some of the Jedi Consulars from the Old Republic set, this one, and this one specifically, and behind Malgus, I have placed the Sith Trooper here with the correct hood on. Moving over to the back, you'll notice that there are a ton of clone Storm and Scout Troopers, even some Snow Troopers there, and there's actually quite a lot more just scattered throughout the parts, so I'm definitely going to be adding on more. These will make fine additions to my collection. And you know what else will make a fine addition to my collection? That's right, 2 different versions of Grievous, the Clone Wars one and the 2014 one that they still use today. What's also special to get are some of the Bith musicians from the Mos Eisley Cantina. They were only seen in the 2014 Mos Eisley Cantina, as well as this year's Master Builder Series large-scale Mos Eisley Cantina, which was very expensive and pretty hard to get, so it is nice to get duplicates of these, just in case I ever want to expand the band. Moving on back here, there were quite a few Mandalorian Warriors, hinting at several different Mandalorian battle packs being used. All of these ones specifically are from the Death Watch faction in the Clone Wars, And actually this summer we will be getting more of these in a special Mandalorian Gauntlet Fighter set, which I'm very much looking forward to. They probably will all have updated printing, maybe even some printing on the arms, so I'm quite excited for that. But then besides some nice Kashyyyk troopers and some more interesting figures like the Padme figure here, a special Naboo fighter pilot here, which was exclusive to one set, he literally just uses a regular smiley face head, so I'll be putting that on him in a second. And then some other nice things to get, like another Watto, the special Episode 3 Newt Gunray, and so on. A ton of Star Wars stuff you can see here, and some really rare ones too. But then moving on to the second board here, I started off with some of the Ninjago figures, but obviously this is not everything. I just gathered around what I could find. It is nice to get another Samurai X minifigure, as well as the original Snake Generals, like the Fangpyre General, Pythor, and Scales. As we move on from Ninjago, there are a ton of Marvel figures. What was quite nice to get were the figures that were exclusive to the Millennium Starfighter, which includes this Gamora figure here, the Drax figure with red pants, and so on. Even back here, you'll notice there are the two Deadpools that I found. I didn't find the head for this one, but I probably will find it somewhere, both Magnetos and both Wolverines. As we move on from Marvel, I displayed some of the DC figures here, and even included a lot of the Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and some Lego Movie and other miscellaneous licensed figures back here, like Indiana Jones, Ninja Turtles, Toy Story, and so on. Even some Pirates of the Caribbean stuff managed to sneak in as well. And then finally, this last plate is for some of the standard non-licensed minifigures, besides that Minecraft one there, but most of this stuff is pretty much non-licensed. And I've actually taken the liberty to stack all of the spare heads that I could find at the moment, so I can try to identify which ones go where. I can already see some special ones like Cad Bane, a Darth Vader head, and a ton of really special licensed heads which actually belong to very specific characters, like a Professor Flitwick right here, and some other ones like for Lord of the Rings right there. All in all, I'm very much looking forward to completing all of these minifigures, although most of the rare ones have been shown off right here. And from here, thus begins the very long and strenuous process of washing the remaining pieces from this lot. I'm doing them one by one, so it will take quite a while before I'm able to actually sort through all of the pieces myself, although I'll definitely be publishing a follow-up video once everything is fully cleaned and actually I'm able to rebuild some of the sets. But with that, I've about summed up this truly fantastic and amazing haul. I cannot thank the person enough for their generosity in giving all of these LEGO to me for free. It was truly a shock to get the message, and I am beyond blown away with the generosity here, and really am quite excited to add these to expand my current collection. I can't wait to build a lot of these sets, especially the ones that will act as army builders like the AT-AT and many of the other Star Wars sets here, and it's really been such a treat to be able to piece through this and try to figure out what goes where. I truly am very thankful for this LEGO collection, so if you are watching this, thank you so much. This is a very rare opportunity. This will probably be my largest LEGO haul, if not in a while, maybe even ever. I don't know when the last time I got all of this much LEGO all at once. I am so blown away again, and I absolutely am so excited to start building this. So, stay tuned to Duckbricks if you want to see more LEGO hauls. I will definitely be piecing through all of this and trying to see exactly what I can build out of this. I can very obviously see some bits and pieces of almost completed sets or chunks of sets here and there, so there's definitely a ton of stuff that I can do, and I'm very excited to actually just start working on this. And after I clean this all, I hopefully will be able to rebuild as much as I possibly can. And so, thank you all for tuning into Duckbricks. I hope you enjoyed this massive haul and analysis video as I pieced through these and showed some of my live and raw reactions to opening up these boxes. This was truly a very exciting haul for the ages, and I really can't imagine the next time that something like this will happen. So, thank you all for tuning into Duckbricks. I hope you enjoyed this very special haul video, and stay tuned for even more LEGO news, reviews, discussion, and analyses coming your way very soon. Thanks so much, and bye-bye for now.